Subscribe to us at ULO, so never miss out on our weekend and racing festival tips. Remember, this week it is going to be every race, every day for the Cheltenham Festival. And remember to check out the ULO Weekender podcast on Spotify to get full analysis of some of the feature races coming up, including my spots with regular host Barney. The last day of the 2025 festival, and it's thrown up a few surprises, none more so than Lecky Watson landing the Brown advisory at 20-1. The Mandarin did say he'd be an each-way angle, not that we listened with Ballyburn going in as a hot favourite. First up, let's deal with the last two races, the Hunter's Chase and the Martin Pipe. Sam Curling has a fantastic chance of getting a second win at Cheltenham with Angel's Dawn. She won the Kim Muir here under Patrick King in 2023 and was about to take on I Know the Way You Are Thinking to defend that title when falling 2 out last year. The last race of the 2025 festival can go to Gordon Elliott's Wadhoo. 6 from 6 since going to the Cullentra stable, and with a course and distance win in December, she might well have been wrapped up in cotton wool, especially for this race. Danny Gilligan has stepped up most assuredly since Jack Kennedy's injury handed down plenty of rides to him and Sam Ewing, and one of the benefits to Danny was getting the leg up on Wadhoo in that December race. Friday's nap is Allegory D Vassy, lining up in the Mare's Chase, another of the pattern races where the Irish should be dominant, and what depth they have got here. I do think, and it's becoming a bit repetitive to say this, that Willie Mullins holds all the aces, but for this Mare's Chase, that really is true. So, which one to pick? I'm going to plump for Allegory de Vassy over her stablemate Dinah Blue. The thinking, well, Dinah Blue has to carry a penalty for a Grade 1 win, and she has been kept to around the 2-mile mark since being runner-up in this race last year, while Allegory de Vassy took a big step forward at Fairy House on New Year's Day, giving Limerick Lace a top beating in a Mare's Grade 3. This trip should be just the ticket for her, so she's going to serve it up to Dino Blue, with Gavin Cromwell's Bride's Hill making a race of it. Our next best is East India Dock, going to post in the Triumph. One for the home team to get things underway on Friday, and I like the way James Owen goes about his business, so it's East India Dock for me. He's on the rise in the training ranks, is James, and he deserves some festival success to reward all that hard work. East India Dock has won both Triumph trials here at the November meeting and on the January trials card, so all he should have to do, in theory, is the same again. However, it's a hugely competitive opener with a strong Irish hand, including the exciting Hello Neighbour, not to mention Nicky Henderson's French recruit, Lulamba. All three line with unblemished records, but that perfect form isn't going to survive this race for all three, so East India Dock is the one to come out on top for me. Next up, this red-hot handicap can go to Willie Mullins with Car G's, who Paul Townend has picked to ride ahead of last year's winner, Absurd. That's a switch to take note of, considering how well Absurd has been going over the last year, including a brilliant 5th in the Melbourne Cup. So Car G's, who won the champion 4-year-old hurdle at the Punchestown Festival, is fascinating to me, dropped into a handicap. With Irish dominance at the top of the betting, the best one for the home team is likely to be Dan Skelton's Valgrand, who I think is worth a second look. But Car G's is going to be hard to beat. Possibly coming here slightly under the radar, I'll bet that David Cotton's Jet Blue repeats his course and distance win in December, while everyone's looking at the Irish runners. James Reevely gave Jet Blue a super ride for that Grade 2 win, switching him off at the back of the field, before making smooth progress to lead from 2 out. A very different approach from what he does on Ile et Francais, and for me, that shows just how good James Reevely is when he makes the trip across the channel. There's lots to like about Hendry de Bromhead's The Big Westerner, the mare who's getting weight all round, but Jet Blue's my pick. Well, I see that the bookies are taking no chances with Gallopin Des Champs, and that is no surprise either. He's won it for the last 2 years, and he's going to win it again, unless there's some disaster on the way round. This will make Gallopin Des Champs just the 5th horse to win the Gold Cup 3 times, so a place in the history books for the biggest race of them all is his for the taking. The Irish, as always, have a strong presence in this, so strong this year it's a stranglehold, but Banbridge and Corbett's Cross are very, very good in their own right and can make a race of it. Gallopin Day Champs to do it for a third time. What a champion.